Working on my 1996 Ford F250 four-wheel drive. Today we're attempting to change the axle pivot bushings. I'll show you what's going on down here. So I just pulled the bolt out of it. And as you can see, the bushing is completely wasted. So I put new front leaf springs in the truck, and I noticed when I was doing that this guy had no rubber left in it. So I already got the new bushings. We're going to see what it takes to get this thing out of here. So first thing here, I'm just going to take a quarter drill bit and drill a bunch of holes through the rubber. This thing ought to come out now. Okay, so we got the rubber in the center section out. Now all we have to do is cut some slots in this outer sleeve. Trying to avoid nicking the housing too much, but I'm sure it's going to happen a little. Especially since I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, there's that one. Looks like the top one needs a little more. What I'm gonna do now is take a chisel and see if I can knock the pieces loose. So here we go. As you can see, it's spinning now, so it's loose. be able to pull her real quick. See if this is lining up back here. Okay, my setup was working, but the bolt runs into the axle shaft. But it was definitely going. Looks like we made it, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or better before that happened. So that's good. So I'm just gonna have to take a couple threads off this bolt. Alright, I got it. Alright, this is the part where I've heard that people have difficulty, and that's getting it lined back up. So, I'm going to see what it takes here. And there we go. Wasn't that bad. I think a lot of people just overthink the situation. I used one jack to do this whole job. I did put 2 jack stands under the frame and I had a 4x4 under the left tire so that you weren't fighting the weight of the tire and the brake and everything else that's hanging out there. I'll probably drive the truck for 50 miles or so, and then I'll check this bolt again. I'm sure there's a torque spec for it. I think it's about 150. My elbow popped twice, so that felt pretty good. So this is one of those jobs that seems to intimidate people. To do one bushing took me right at an hour, and that's from the time I drug the jack out to start the job. As far as tools are concerned, I didn't use anything special. I used one jack, a pry bar, a 4x4, a few miscellaneous hand tools, you know, sockets and wrenches. I mean, and of course a hammer. You see the videos on YouTube or online or read forums, and people say that you got to have the front axle out of the truck, or you got to at least pull the axle shafts out, or you got to have a lift, and you got to have the tires off because of the weight of the wheels, and this and that and the other. But that's making it way too complicated. And then the other thing is the puller. Everybody says you need a special puller, or you got to build a puller, and it's only as difficult as you make it. Let me show you my puller.
Okay, so here's what I use to install the bushing. It's a 5/8 bolt with a nut, a regular old flat washer, a piece of plate. I didn't want to cut it off, so I just used the whole stick. A piece of exhaust pipe so that the bushing could slip through the center of it. This is an old aluminum thermostat housing spacer that just happened to fit perfectly on the metal ring on the outside of the rubber. And then a couple more flat washers. Okay, so here's all the pieces laid out. You can use whatever junk you have laying around in the garage to build an installer or a puller. You just have to not overthink it.